However, one of the most valuable Stoic strategies is undoubtedly the contemplation of mortality, memento mori, the daily reminder that life is finite and death is certain. It may seem grim at first glance, but this practice helps us appreciate the present and live each day with more focus and gratitude. Finally, the practice of cultivating virtue, the idea that moral excellence is the greatest good, is another pillar of Stoic philosophy. Instead of seeking pleasure, wealth, or fame, the Stoic strives to be wise, just, courageous, and temperate. So how can we incorporate these strategies into daily life? Starting a Stoic journal is an excellent starting point. Write your reflections, pay attention to your reactions and emotions, and question them in the light of Stoic philosophy. Another strategy is to begin your day with a Stoic passage, reflect on it, and carry it with you throughout the day. As we enter the final part of our outline, we can now visualize how to turn these strategies into a practical 90-day plan, guiding us toward emotional resilience from a Stoic perspective. Remember our motto, in silence we learn, in wisdom we grow. If we can practice silence and inner tranquility, we will not only learn, but also grow in wisdom. Let's move forward together on this journey of growth. In the fast-paced, hectic world we live in, it's almost inevitable to encounter situations that test our emotional resilience. Whether it's personal dilemmas or workplace pressures, the impacts are deeply felt in our emotions. But have you ever wondered if there's a proven method to better manage these emotions and navigate life's storms more calmly? Believe it, there is. Introducing the series 90 Days to Master Emotional Resilience, the Stoic Approach. In this innovative content, we will dive deep into the cherished philosophy of the ancient Stoics, exploring how its principles can be applied to strengthen our emotional resilience. So why is emotional resilience so sought after? Simply because it's not an innate skill, but a muscle that needs to be constantly exercised. It helps us face difficulties head-on, adapt to the unexpected, and recover from setbacks and losses without losing our sanity. Stoic philosophy, with its roots in ancient Greece, has been an invaluable source of wisdom for dealing with adversity. The real strength of Stoic philosophy lies in its practical application to daily life. With Stoicism, we can learn to remain stable amidst chaos, stay focused during life's storms, and embrace the peace and prosperity that come with emotional resilience. In this video, we aim not only to introduce the idea of emotional resilience, but also to provide tangible, actionable strategies based on Stoicism that you can begin to integrate into your life today. Emotional resilience is not a destination, but a journey, and every small step along the way is worthwhile. So if you're ready to give your emotional well-being the attention it deserves and explore a tried and tested path to emotional resilience, you've come to the right place. Next, we'll delve deeper into the emotional challenges we frequently face and, more importantly, how we can overcome them through Stoic wisdom. In silence we learn, in wisdom we grow. This is the motto of our channel, and we hope these words resonate with you as we bring this difficult yet necessary conversation to light. Join us on this journey of self-discovery, self-awareness, and self-transformation. And remember, you are not alone. Life brings us constant challenges, testing our emotional resilience and determination. Notably, individuals aged 25 to 45 encounter distinct challenges that can significantly affect their emotional well-being. Issues like work-related stress, family disagreements, romantic struggles, and the quest for the perfect work-life balance often act as emotional triggers for this age group. In our fast-paced reality, a single week might involve tight deadlines, stressful meetings, and interpersonal conflicts, all of which can bring stress and anxiety. This ongoing pressure typically takes a toll on our mental health. The lack of balance between work and personal life can lead to a disturbing feeling of being lost in a maze for many. It's as if we've forgotten the way back home to our own selves. In such chaotic circumstances, it's common for us to react impulsively to situations and provocations. For example, an unpleasant text message might make us respond heatedly, or a tense meeting could lead us to say things we later regret. These impulsive reactions, often born from a lack of emotional control, can hurt relationships, tarnish our professional image, and importantly, disrupt our mental equilibrium. But imagine if we had the maturity to act differently. Think how helpful it would be to take a more thoughtful approach, one that allows us to respond rather than react. Imagine if, instead of being slaves to our emotions, we could be their masters. It's this role reversal we'd like to explore in the next part of our discussion. It's a less traveled path, but one profoundly enriched with ancient and contemporary wisdom. Here, we aim to find clarity in the silence of the mind, discernment in the depth of thought, and wisdom in life's experiences. And as we always believe, in silence we learn, in wisdom we grow. At the heart of the journey toward robust emotional resilience lies Stoic philosophy. The word Stoic might evoke images of people remaining impassive in the face of adversity, but there's much more to this ancient philosophy than just emotional apathy. In fact, Stoicism is a guide for living a rich and meaningful life, no matter what the world throws at you. Born in ancient Greece and later adopted by the Romans, Stoicism is a practical philosophy for everyday life. It began as a philosophy of practical living, brilliantly articulated by Epictetus, a slave who became a philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, a philosopher-emperor, and Seneca, a playwright and political advisor. They saw the pursuit of wisdom and the practice of virtue as pathways to a fulfilling and meaningful life, regardless of external circumstances. Take Epictetus, for example. Born a slave, his quest for wisdom led him to a life of freedom and purpose. He taught us that while we can't control all events around us, we can control how we respond to them. And in that response lies our freedom and serenity. His core teaching was that it's not events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Next, we have Marcus Aurelius, perhaps the most famous embodiment of Stoicism. As a Roman emperor, he faced all kinds of challenges and adversities, from wars and betrayals to a plague that ravaged the empire. Instead of becoming bitter or tyrannical, he focused on governing with wisdom and fairness, always striving to live according to Stoic principles. His Meditations, a collection of Stoic thoughts and reflections, remains a lasting testament to his pursuit of virtue, fairness, and serenity amid chaos. These historical figures and countless practitioners worldwide have found in Stoic philosophy a system for handling life's challenges and adversities. They highlighted the importance of focusing only on what we can control, our thoughts, reactions, and actions, and accepting everything beyond our control as part of the unchangeable nature of things. This liberation from trying to manipulate the uncontrollable creates space for acceptance, peace, and ultimately resilience. Our next chapter will guide you on how this philosophy can be applied to develop emotional resilience. Until then, remember the mantra of our channel: in silence we learn, in wisdom we grow. Now we reach the pivotal part of this journey we're walking together, the discussion of Stoic practices for developing emotional resilience. As you may have noticed, Stoic philosophy offers a fascinating approach to dealing with life's adversities, particularly when it comes to our feelings and emotions. Let's begin with the most fundamental Stoic strategy: accepting things as they are. Stoic wisdom teaches that emotional discomfort arises when we resist reality, rebelling against what's beyond our control. So, What are these things outside our control? The past, the future, nature, the thoughts and actions of others. As Stoics, we learn to accept these things as they are. This is not a call for fatalism or passivity, but rather a reminder to focus our energy and actions where they can make a difference, on what's within our reach. Seneca, a notable Stoic philosopher, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The second step in Stoic practice is, therefore, to learn to distinguish between what's reality and what's merely a product of our imagination. This awareness gives us the ability to respond rather than react to challenges and adversities. The Stoics also practiced premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of adversity. This involves visualizing unfavorable futures to emotionally prepare for them and avoid being caught off guard. It's not a practice of pessimism, but a strategy to mentally and emotionally prepare for any eventuality.